What's good? We back. It's the Boxing Clinic. Good morning, your boy CJ Goodfella. Happy Independence Day to everybody across the nation, across the United States. We back talking more with Trio Boxing Talk. Make sure you guys be safe out there. Don't drink and drive and don't lose your hands messing with these fireworks. But we talking about Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and can it be a successful pay-per-view if and when it happens at 5 p.m. in the United States. And I heard today De La Hoya say, that should be a pay-per-view fight in 2019 down the line. But I don't believe that this fight can be a successful pay-per-view fight at 5 p.m. in the afternoon and whatever season it is. It would be 5 p.m. or 5:30 or 6 Eastern Standard Time because they're going to be fighting in the UK, And Anthony Joshua rather, fight in the UK and sell $20 pay-per-views and feel at home doing that, then come to the United States and do a $50 or $60 pay-per-view. It was rumored they was going to mark this as a $50 pay-per-view and probably a $55 upcharge for 1080p. That was the rumor. But I don't see this being a successful pay-per-view at 5 or 6 p.m. in the Eastern Standard Time in the afternoon. I think more fight fans and hardcores really don't matter. More casual fans, are accustomed to pay-per-view fights happening later in the day, 10, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And they was arguing over the TV rights, but I don't see this even doing big numbers on Showtime, unless they do a replay or something like that. But at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in the UK time, they 5 hours ahead of us. It's not going to cut a big, pay-per-view check. It's not going to do much on the back end for Deontay Wilder unless they really get out here and market this fight like they haven't marketed any other fight. They really didn't market Pacquiao and Mayweather like that because they felt that the build-up and the years of ducking and dodging each other, that was actually the build-up and that was the marketing of the fight. But I thought even if Joshua had chosen to or elected to fight for the $50 million with Deontay Wilder, it was going to take a hell of a marketing team, a hell of a production team to do some type of documentary series following both fighters to really even get that fight to the expected pay-per-view buys, what was 600K pay-per-view buys. I think that's what the guesstimation was. Yes, I said guesstimation. That's a word that I made up and I use on this channel. But I don't see it doing that. I didn't see it doing that if it happens in the UK. Obviously, the layout for the plan was for it to happen in the United States. And it should happen in the United States. It ain't about A or B side. It's about, money. It's about how much money can you produce. This ain't, tennis. This ain't basketball. This ain't baseball. This is boxing. This the hurt business. One punch from anybody can change, your life. And you can step outside, step on a banana peel, it could be over with. You can hurt your shoulder or your back. And I think, you talking about the revenue. Whoever produces the most revenue is the A side. And Anthony Joshua should have came over here and got this exposure and this money. And the exposure that he would have got after beating Deontay Wilder, if that was what was going to happen. He couldn't buy that in the UK. Eddie Hearn couldn't manipulate and create that artificial exposure if you want to in America, UK, Australia, wherever, Brazil, whatever the 1,000 countries in Canada, Africa was. He couldn't artificially, do that. That's something that, you earn and you earn from the fans by putting on a great performance and beating another champion or another elite in your division. And that's the real spiel on that. That's the sauce that we dipping in right there. And that's something that you can't buy. That's something that he probably being talked out of and can't understand. But I do understand one thing. And one thing is a 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time pay-per-view is not what's hot in these streets, B. You feel me? That ain't what people want, Now, they can explore putting it on tape delay, you know what I'm saying? Later that night on pay-per-view, but I don't think it'll sell. Once people know the outcome, I'm no longer interested in any game. Unless somebody tell me this was an epic or any match. It was an epic match and I got to see it again. I love to see things when it's hot, when they first come on. That's just how I build. If I don't see it when they first come on, it's hard to get me to watch a replay when I didn't see it on the highlights. The suspense is gone. Unless you go back and watch something and say, man, how did they come back from 20 points down in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes? Like, how did they do that? And then you want to just watch it over and see actually how everything unfolded in sequence. But like I said, man, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, that should be going on in the United States because of the big implications for both guys. You know, they're gonna be put on the pedestal. They can't get put on nowhere else. In the UK, I mean, they gonna have the respect of the UK fans, but I heard that country ain't even the size of Texas. You know, all the casual hardcore fans not gonna really be watching this fight. You know, even if it's on the Zone or Showtime at 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the freebie, or just for the Showtime Premium pay. You know, people want to see stuff, live and indirect on the best platform you can give them. And if you market it the right way, this pay-per-view could be the best platform, the most lucrative platform for both fellas. But that ain't the case, and I just can't still believe people think that this pay-per-view can be successful at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Honestly, if you really want the big bucks, fighting in America and in Vegas, where Canelo and Triple G rematch, the lowest ticket in the house is $300. That's the difference between $10 and $5 tickets selling at Wembley Stadium. That's $300 to $10 to 15 tickets, $15 tickets. And we talking nosebleed and probably standing room only type of stuff, closed circuit type of stuff. And that's the difference of fighting in Vegas. It's nothing better than fighting in Vegas, seeing the lights and being an A-lister, where there's plenty of A-lister magicians and great actors and great musicians there. Great entertainers there on the same night. It ain't nothing like taking the breath out of the city and being the main attraction in an A-side city like Las Vegas. And also the pay-per-view money is better. I understand that Joshua won't be able to sell his $20 pay-per-views in the UK because by the time the fight comes on, it's going to be 3, 4 in the morning in the UK. But guess what? You just got to take that chance and just put it on regular UK TV and do what you got to do. But I understand that this fight, it could and should be in the UK for the most part. Well, if you're talking about the most revenue brought in, and if Joshua getting a piece of Wilder's bucket in this scenario where this fight takes place in the UK, why not go get a bigger taste of the bucket and get the 50% of revenue on the back end in the United States of $50 to $60 per pay-per-view buy, rather than you getting the full, or you getting the majority of the percentages from a $20 pay-per-view buy. It just don't make no sense mathematically, man. But we got some hurdles to clear. We got some relationships to mend between Eddie, Joshua, and Deontay Wilder, Barry's Will, and Shelly Finkel. But like I said, if it don't make dollars, don't make sense. So it makes sense, and now it's time for it to make dollars, and it's time to get the fans what they want. But I'm telling you, it's not a smart idea, to put these guys on pay-per-view at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Neither one of them got the American public on lock. You want this fight to be as accessible as possible, and the best accessibility is to put this on regular, basic TV and market it the right way. And in the rematch, you can come to the United States if the loser want to do a rematch. You really can make it a pay-per-view and run up the check on United States time, But hopefully they really not trying to indulge in making this a $50 pay-per-view in the United States. I think at that point it's just getting greedy at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think this fight should be on regular CBS if it's in the UK, NBC, ABC, Fox, whatever it may be. It needs to be accessible. And that's how Deontay Wilder first started gaining some traction, fighting on NBC when Premier Boxing Champions first started and getting exposure, and knocking guys out. You want to continue to let these guys get exposure and use and dangle a carrot, like Anthony Joshua say. And then when that carrot, it looks at its most, best point, it looks boiled down, it's soft with all that sugar and stuff on them. Then you pull the carrot away and say, we're going to put this carrot on pay-per-view. That's what they need to do. They need to, with this first fight, this should be like a guinea pig test run. Show the fans what they can get, a high octane, a high, knockout rate type of fight, ratio type of fight. And then, if it produces fireworks in the instant classic and the loser is able to continue to fight on and rematch right away, then you take that carrot and put it on pay-per-view and really drive up the check. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the game plan should be, man. But I'm gonna positively and nicely say that's a horrible idea to put this fight on pay-per-view in the United States for $50 to $60 at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's not a good look. It just needs to be on accessible, basic, free TV. You know what I'm saying? And even on Showtime, it's not going to do the greatest numbers. And that's just my opinion on it. A lot of people probably won't agree. And just because you're a hardcore fan and you'll die for this fight and you'll pay $60, $70 for this fight, don't mean the casual going to pay $60 or $70 for this fight. And that's a fact. And you want to think about the casuals. The casuals, make or break your pay-per-view, your pay-per-view run. And you want them to feel like they're a part of something. You want it to be a little bit of frugal for them. And once you get them to buy in, they always going to be buyers when you able to continue to produce an adequate product, man. For real, man. But it's the Boxing Clinic and more. Your boy CJ Goodfella. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget, we got the new college sports page popping off. S1210 College Sports Most Wanted. The link is in the description. Me, the Cali, and then Colossal Sports TV, a joint venture. And also, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you got a question or you got a, you got a video request, I'm there. Just click the links. I get at you at my quickest convenience. Also, the business email is there for business ventures and whatever, you want to do collaborations on your channel. I'm always open. Hit me on the business email. We can chop it up and set a time up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you know we upload and go live. Happy 4th of July. Continue to share the videos and continue to donate, and appreciate all the PayPal links, donations. If you like to donate using something else, Venmo or something like that, other than Super Chat and PayPal, let me know and I can add it to there as well. But much blessings, and don't forget to share the videos. That's the most important thing. Continue to share and spread the word about the Boxing Clinic and more. And we do more than boxing. But today we talk some real true boxing talk. We're gonna get into some NFL and some NBA and all types of things. But hopefully you guys enjoy your holiday and be safe and get ready to go back to work the next day. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time.